And hello, everybody. It's baseball time in Wichita. 84th edition of the NBC tournament, sponsored by Westar. Todd Hook, along with producer-director Chris Worrell, bringing you live NBC action today. Day 5 of the tournament, game 2 of the day. It'll be the visiting Waco Sultanas and the local Derby Twins. Here's how the visitor, the Sultanas, will go. And Cleefus Salivar will lead it off. He will play second base. Ruben Torres over at short and bat second. Batting third be Landon Dietrich. He will play over at first base. In the cleanup spot will be B.J. Johnson. He is over at third base. Ray Sadler will play left field and hit fifth. Jack Adelot will do the catching and hit sixth. Jeremy Jackson will play center field and hit seventh. Batting eighth will be Matt Houck. He will be out in right field. And rounding out the order will be Robbie Hetland. He will be the designated hitter. Defensively for the Twins, left to right in the outfield, Bland, Urquidy, and Renning. Smith at third base. Craig over at short. Mendoza at second base. Page over at first. Doing the catching will be Zach Baxley. And on the mound will be a left-hander out of Cuesta Community College, Zach Tora. And we are starting 3 minutes early, if you can believe that. First pitch weather, 90 degrees here in Wichita. Absolutely stunning day. First pitch to Cleefus Salazar. That's in there for a strike. No balls and a strike to Salazar out of Waco. 3 for 7 in the tournament. Second baseman today. Swung on and missed. He's down on the count 0-2. Tora, a left-hander out of Cuesta. He appeared in 4 games this last summer for the Twins. All starts, 16 innings of work, 20 strikeouts, 10 walks, and a 3.37 ERA. And that's high, 1-2. Sultanas out of the Waco Pro-Am Baseball League, 16-4 in the regular season. 1-2 now to Salazar. Wind blowing in from left field. That swung on and missed. And that'll do it for Salazar. 1 out in the inning. Just underway, top of the first. Game 2 of the day. Denver Cougars took care of the 3-1-6 Elite in a good ball game, 2-1. This is game 2 of day 5. And the first pitch is sprayed foul down the right side. This is Ruben Torres. He will be at shortstop today, right-handed hitter. Torres out of Waco. And that misses outside, 1-1. Sultanes 0-2 in the tournament. They lost to the Arizona Boom 10-1. And Mulvane 17-7. That is fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Torres. He will be in left field. And they play him straight away in left and center. Closer to the line in right field. And the pitch. That hit him. That is going to be off the left knee, and that'll leave a mark. So he is down to first base with a 1-out hit by pitch.
Accidents do happen, but Affleck will help you protect your family when they do. Please visit the Affleck booth for further information. Now, the first baseman number 5, Landon Dietrich.
Here is Landon Dietrich now. First baseman today. 3 for 8 in the tournament. Runner at first. And that's a good fastball from Torres in there for a strike. That one at 86 with good movement. Top of the first, an on-time start for a change. And the 0-1. That is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tournament did not conclude until 3:19 this morning. And the 1-1. That is low. 2 balls and a strike. The Texas Prospects and San Diego Rain were delayed by about an hour. That pushed everything back. Had a small delay also in the evening. Clear sky today, some fluffy cumulus clouds around, but nothing in the forecast, so we should have a good day today. That is fouled back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now to Dietrich. Torres at first. That is fouled back. Good at bat for Dietrich. That is, sounds like it's knocking the entire building down, and it might be. This old structure has been here a long time. Still up in the air as to whether we will be here next year at this site or whether it'll be under construction. And a 3-2 swung on and missed. That'll do it for Dietrich. Second strikeout of the day for Torres. 2 out on the inning. Here is B.J. Johnson. Third baseman today, 1 for 3 in the series. All artificial surface here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium except for the pitcher's mound. That's a good fastball on the inside corner to Johnson, 0-1. Sultanas hitting .250 in the tournament as a team. And that's high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. Salazar let it out with a strikeout. Torres was hit by a pitch, and Dietrich is a strikeout victim as well. So a runner at first, top of the first, that is into right center. That will get down and be up against the wall. So they will send Torres. He is around third. Johnson around second. He will be into third base without a throw. So Johnson with an RBI and a triple. Torres will score. And a Sultanas They jump out to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. That'll bring up the left fielder, Ray Sadler. He will hit from the left side, so a left-on-left matchup runner at third base. That'll be Johnson. And that is high and away, ball one. Wind blowing in from left field. That is very rare this time of the year. Usually it's blowing out to left like a blast furnace. That is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike now, Sadler. One ball and 1 strike. That is a little flare into left field. Bland coming hard. He will lay out and make the catch. So a good play by Noah Bland out there in left field. And that'll do it for the Sultanas in the top of the first. They leave one, but they get one. We've played a half an inning. Sultanas 1, Twins coming up. We'll be back.
The city's not just built. It's grown to the needs of people. You make the infrastructure, the muscle, bone, and circulation, so natural to the body of the city that you almost forget they're even there.
Guess how much I got this seat for? Only $5. Yes, $5 because of our $5 baseball nights. And our $5 baseball starts Sunday, July 29th and goes till Thursday, August 2nd. And then we will have our final $5 baseball night on Tuesday, August 7th. So make sure to go pick up your $5 baseball vouchers at Goodwill and Quick Trip in the Wichita area.
Second baseman will be number 2, Salazar. And shortstop, number 7, Torres. Third baseman will be number 10, Johnson. Left fielder, number 16, Sadler. Center fielder, number 18, Jackson. Right fielder, number 4.
And welcome back. Go to the bottom of the first. Twins in the hole. They trail the Sultanas 1-0. Here's how the Twins will go out of the Jayhawk League. Noah Bland will lead it off and play left field. Tyler Mendoza will hit second and play second base. In the 3 spot will be Michael Urquidy. He will play center field. And your cleanup guy will be Colton Eager. He is the designated hitter. Marcus Page will hit 5th and play first base. David Renning will be in right field. He will hit 6th. Torrin Craig will hit 7th and play shortstop. Zach Baxley will do the catching and hit 8th. And rounding out the order for the Derby Twins, Zach Smith. He will hit 9th and play third base. Defensively for the Sultanos, left to right in the outfield, Sadler, Jackson, and Hauk. Johnson over at third, Torres at shortstop, Salazar at second, Dietrich over at first. Adelot will do the catching, and on the mound will be a right-hander, John DeLeon. Here is Noah Bland. First pitch from DeLeon, high and away. Texas Prospects took care of the San Diego Reign 12-5 yesterday. GPS baseball over the Colorado Sox 6-2. That one was high. DeLeon loses his footing. Threw that one at the bull. In the third game of the day yesterday, the Kansas Cannons took care of the Newton Rebels 8-2. And in the really late game, or early game, if you want to go with that, finished in the wee hours, Colorado Cyclones beat the Hutchinson Monarchs 6-5. 3 balls and no strikes now to the leadoff guy, Noah Bland. Twins 19-7 in the Jayhawk League. That is wide. So a 4-pitch walk to Bland, and he is aboard. So the tying run at first base, here's Tyler Mendoza. 261 this last season in the Jayhawk. 3 for 8 in the tournament. That is wide. So 5 in a row for DeLeon. He is unable to find the rhythm so far. They play Mendoza deep and left. And Sadler almost on the track. That is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mendoza. The name like Mendoza, you need to hit over 200. That is wide. The runner goes. That is into center field. And Bland will be up and off to third. So credit Bland with a stolen base, and he'll be down to third on the throwing error by Adelot. He had a really good jump over there. He had at least 2 steps before De Leon even released the baseball. Something the Sultanas will have to work on. 2-1 now to Mendoza. That is wide. Gets away from the catcher. Here comes Bland, and he will make it without a challenge. So just like that, the Twins tie it up. We are tied at 1. Bottom of the first, still nobody out. And De Leon yet to throw a strike. Actually, he has thrown a strike, so that was 3-1. That is wide for ball 4. Command an issue early for John De Leon. This will bring up the center fielder, Michael Urquidy. A fantastic season at Angelo State. 379. Runner goes. And a throw is high and back into center field. So deja vu all over again. Mendoza will steal it and be down to third on the error. So 2 stolen bases and 2 errors now. And the Twins have a runner at third base with nobody out. Urquidy hit .330 this last summer in the Jayhawk League after hitting .379 in college. So good stick at the plate. And the 0-1, that's in there. No balls and 2 strikes to Urquidy. Out of El Paso. And he will be a senior next year, and that is off the glove of Adelot. And Mendoza will score, and the Twins take the lead here in the bottom of the first. They lead it 2-1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Michael Urquidy. He was 4 for 9 so far in the tournament. Derby 1-1 in the tournament. They lost a close one to Mulvane on the 29th, and they beat the Northwest Arizona Boom on the 27th. That is down the first base line, just inside the bag. Urquidy around first. He will be into second. Misplayed by Hauk in right. Urquidy will be over to third base. So that will be a double and an error. That was just inside the bag, just out of the reach of Dietrich. Hauk misplayed it, and it got into the corner. Urquidy down to third base. So the third error of the ball game for the Sultanas. Here is the cleanup guy, Colton Eager, designated hitter today. He will hit from the left side. .333 in the Jayhawk this last summer, so that'll be to the right side. And Urquidy will stay at second base. Not sure. Well, with no outs, I guess you don't want to make that first out at home plate, or at least maybe the second one. So Eager is retired. So 1 out. Here's Marcus Page. First pitch is in the dirt. That will squirt away from Adelot, but not far enough for Urquidy to score. Sultanas unraveling early. One ball and no strikes. Page 264 in the Jayhawk this last summer. He takes a pitch high, 2-0. 1 for 7 in the series. And a 2-0. That is popped up. That is off the fist. That'll be the third baseman, Johnson. He will float back into foul territory and haul it in for out number 2. Tough play there for Johnson. He got there in a hurry. It's usually a better play for the shortstop, Torres, but he did not call him off. And that's out number 2. David Renning now. Not a whole lot of experience in the Jayhawk League. That is be through the wickets of Ada-Lot, and Urquidy will be in on the pass ball. So 3 errors and a pass ball, and the Twins now lead at 3-1. Renning 2 for 6 in the series. He is in right field tonight. A recent addition. Two outs now. That is lifted. Looks like Salazar, the shortstop, will make the call in shallow left field. And that'll do it. So we've played 1 complete. Derby gets 3, and they lead it 3-1. We'll be right back.
3 errors and nobody left on base.
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road, endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
Hey, make it out every Friday of the NBC World Series this year. All college students will get free admission into the NBC World Series and will be offering $3 16-ounce Natty Light cans.
Welcome back. Top of the second we go. Sultanas with some work to do. They trail the Twins 3-1. Sultanas get 1 run in the first. Derby gets 3 in the bottom. 3-1 now Derby. 6, 7, and 8 for the Sultanas. And it'll be Ada-Lot, Jackson, and Hauk. Here is Jack Ada-Lot. He is doing the catching today. A little bit of struggle back there. That is into right field. Renning coming in, and he will haul it in. Pretty good wood on it by Ada-Lot, but it's right at Renning for out number 1. So 1 out. Here is Jeremy Jackson. Two for 4 in the tournament. He will be in center field. Shows bunt, lays it down. Boy, great bunt. And they won't have a throw. So a fantastic bunt for Jeremy Jackson. He is aboard with a base hit. So 1 out, 1 runner aboard. Here is Matt Hauk.
Jackson records his first hit of the game, brings up the right center number 4, Matt Holt.
Hauk in right field tonight. He is 1 for 4. Appreciate him earlier today helping me with pronunciations. Always good to be helpful. And first pitch swinging, that is batted foul down the left side. That'll be in the seats. No balls and a strike. Torra faced 5 batters in the first inning and gave up 1 hit. Pretty good lead over there by Jackson, and he goes. Bunt is down. He'll be fielded by the first baseman. Torra slow getting over there, and that'll be another base hit. So 2 very well-placed bunts. That one was pushed by the pitcher, Torra.
Up records his first hit of the game, brings up the designated hitter number 0, Robbie Hetland.
So first and second, the bottom third getting it done for the Sultanas. Here is Robbie Hetland, designated hitter, 1 for 3 in the tournament. He will step in from the left side and get his first look at Tora. And he takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Pitch number 26 coming for Tora. And that's a good off-speed pitch. Catches the inside corner, 0-2. 1 out in the inning. Jack Adelot led off and lined out to right field, followed by 2 really good base hit bunts by Jackson and Houck. That is lifted into shallow left. Craig going back. Bland coming in. He will lay out and make his second diving catch of the ball game. And that is out number 2. Bland really covers the real estate out there. Thought maybe Craig might go back and get that one.
That brings up the second baseman, number 2, Cleophas Salazar.
So Hetland is retired. And that is out number 2. Here is the top of the order, Cleophas Salazar. He swings at the first one. Strike 1. A good fastball there from Tora at 85. Salazar 0 for 1 today. Strikeout victim in the first. Out of Waco. And that's a good pitch on the inside corner, 0-2. So Tora ahead of Salazar. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. And the pitch. That's way outside. 1-2. Sultanes lost to the Arizona Boom 10-1, and Mulvane 17-7 in previous tournament action. 1-2. Just gets a piece of it. A good off-speed pitch there from Tora. And the count remains. Sultanes 16-4 in the regular season. And the 1-2 swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So the Sultanes will leave a couple. We've played 1.5. Twins 3, Sultanes 1. We'll be back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you guys there. I was just checking out the NBC World Series' new app. You can find this app at the App Store. All you need to do is type in NBCWS to be caught up on all things NBC World Series.
NBC World Series, it all happens here.
If we really put everything in our name that we do, it would look like this. Professional mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, telecommunications,
civil, transportation, aviation, water, wastewater, energy, land development, planning, field services, survey, geotechnical, materials testing, inspection, 3D scanning, air and water balance,
engineering consultants.
Jack Adelot now playing third base. And in the shortstop, number 20, Torrin Craig.
And welcome back. Bottom of the second we go. Changes for the Sultanes. Johnson will be doing the catching now. Adelot goes to third. And it'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Twins. Craig, Baxley, and Smith scheduled. 3-1 Derby. And that is low and away. Looks like John DeLeon out for inning number 2. Gave up 3 runs in the first. That's in there for a strike. Craig 327 in the Jayhawk League, 2 for 7 in the tournament. And a 2-1. That is wide, and he'll walk him. So a leadoff walk to Craig. Third walk of the ball game for De Leon.
Brings up the catcher, number 5, Zach Baxley.
That'll bring up the catcher, Zach Baxley. He was just picked up. He is 0 for 4 in the tournament. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Johnson unable to corral it. And Craig down to second base on the wild pitch. So Derby in business here in the bottom of the second after getting 3 in the first. Baxley, a local guy. And the pitch, that is high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. De Leon still struggling with command. About 25 pitches through 1 inning. And that just missed. 3-0 now. Twins 19 and 17 in the Jayhawk League. They were 4th. 3-1 now. That's on the outside corner to Baxley. Hutchinson Community College. That is wide. So back-to-back walks issued to the Twins. That is not good news for the Sultanos. Here is the 9-hole man, Zach Smith. He will get his first look at De Leon. Hit .301 in the league. And has swung a good bat in the tournament. He's 4 for 7. And he takes low, ball 1. Twins hit .285 in the league as a team. And they're hitting .288 in the tournament. So very consistent. That is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. 82 degrees here in Wichita. Wind out of the north. That would be blowing in. That's right down the middle. 1 and 2. First and second, nobody out. Craig led it off with a walk, followed by a free pass to Baxley. That is bounced to the shortstop. He's up with it over to second for 1. Back to first, not in time. So Baxley will be retired at second base. And Smith will reach on the fielder's choice. So 1 out now. Craig down to third. Top of the order here is Noah Bland. Walked in the first and scored. Did steal a base. He is having a day in left field. 2 diving catches so far. And he takes a pitch low and away, ball 1. 20 balls and 12 strikes so far for De Leon. That is not how it works. Throw over to first. And Smith back in there. Bland out of Ohio Dominican. He will be a senior this fall. And a 1-0. That is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Derby got 3 in the bottom of the first. Runners at the corners now. Just 1 out. That's right down the middle. 2-1. Craig over at third. Smith at first base with the fielder's choice. Two and one. That is popped foul. Two for Tuesdays today, so you can get a hot dog and a Pepsi for $2. You can't beat that. And it's $5 baseball all week. Sponsored by Visit Wichita and the Mental Health Association of South Central Kansas. Runner goes, throw down, and he got him. Throw back home, and he'll score. So a good throw by the new catcher, Johnson. And that's out number 3. Looks like a strike him out and throw him out situation there. So we've played 2. Score remains 3-1 Derby. We'll be right back.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
And welcome back. Top of the third we go. 3-1 Derby over the Waco Sultanas. 2, 3, and 4 for the Sultanas. Torres, Dietrich, and Johnson. Here is Ruben Torres. He was hit by a pitch in the first. Scored the only run for the club. Shortstop today. And 3 for 9 in the tournament. First pitch swinging and a little soft liner to the shortstop, Craig. He will haul it in. And 1 pitch and 1 out.
First baseman number 5, Landon Dietrich.
1 out. Here's Landon Dietrich. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. And first pitch swing, that is fouled back. 34 pitches for Zach Tora through the first 2 innings. So he is settling in nicely. And that is low. 1 ball and 1 strike to the first baseman. Pretty good tournament for Dietrich. He is 3 for 8. And the 1-1, that's in on his hands. He swings through it and misses. Strike 2. Off-speed pitch, that is swung on. Just got a piece of it, but Baxley hung on to it. And that'll be a strikeout. So that's out number 2.
Catcher number 10, B.J. Johnson.
Be strikeout number 4 for Tora. Here is the cleanup man, B.J. Johnson. Tripled and picked up an RBI in the first, so he's 1 for 1. 2 for 4 in the tournament. Inside, that's ball 1. That is fouled back. Almost made it back this direction. Still waiting for that souvenir foul ball to come flying into my booth. Johnson out of Robinson, Texas, 6'3", 220. That is drilled to left center. That'll get down. That'll be off the fence. That'll one-hop the fence around second. Here is the relay into third, and he's got him by about 10 feet. So a good relay by the Twins and a good pickup out there by Urquidy. And the Sultanes go in order. So we've played 2.5, 3-1 Twins. We will be right back.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
And welcome back. Bottom of the third we go. 2, 3, and 4 for the Twins. They lead at 3-1 over the Waco Sultanes. It'll be Mendoza, Urquidy, and Eager. Here is Tyler Mendoza. Walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. And he takes a pitch wide, ball 1. De Leon out for inning number 3 of work. Got him for 36 pitches through a couple of innings. So a little high on the pitch count, and a 1-0. That catches the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Was able to get out of the bottom of the second unscathed. Faced 4 hitters and struck out 1. That one hits about 4 feet in front of the plate. Not sure who blocked that one. Could have been the umpire. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. And nobody on. That is off the end of the bat, foul. Two and 2 now. Game 2 of the day. This is day 5 of the NBC. $2 for Tuesday and $5 baseball. Here's a 2-2. That is sprayed foul down the right side. That'll make the seats. Count remains 2 and 2. If you come out tonight, you can get you a hot dog and a Pepsi for $2. And $3 Bud Light drafts until 6 o'clock. 2-2. That's bounced foul. Or actually, that's back this way. De Leon, a very imposing figure out there. 6'1", 261. Looks taller than that. Here's the 2-2. That is to the third baseman, Adelot, diving to his left, come up with it. To his feet, across for the out. So good play there by Adelot. He needed that one. And the leadoff man is retired for the Twins. Center fielder now, Michael Urquidy. Doubled and scored in the first. He's 1 for 1. So 5 for 10 for the tournament. He is on fire. Shows bunt. Down the third base side, foul. So tried to push one down the third base line. Adelot's going to creep in a little bit more at third. They are playing Urquidy to pull. Shortstop almost right behind the bag at second base. That's an off-speed pitch that misses. I'm assuming high, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. That is low and away. 2-1. De Leon's command has not improved significantly. And that is bounce foul. That's a good hack by Urquidy. Urquidy out of El Paso. He will be a senior at Angelo State. Here's the 2-2. That is low, 3-2 now. Really good numbers in the spring. Hit around 375. 3-2. Swung on and missed. That is strike 3. Urquidy thought he dropped it. He did not. So a rare strikeout for Michael Urquidy, and they're 2 away. The second strikeout of the ball game for De Leon. Here is the cleanup man, Colton Eager. 0 for 1 today. Bounced out to the first baseman. 2 for 7 in the series. And that's a good fastball. That just missed low and away. So De Leon has some pretty good jump on his fastball. He just has trouble locating it. And a 1-0. That's in there at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Twins 1-1 in the tournament. And the 1-1. That catches the outside corner. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch. Misses. 2-2. Derby faithful not so sure about the pitch before. And a 2-2. That is swung on and missed. Looked like De Leon took a little bit off. He will strike out 2 out of 3. Twins go in order. We've played 3. Twins lead at 3-1. We'll be back in a moment.
At Davis Moore, we pride ourselves on our ability to provide a safe and reliable driving experience to all of our customers. When we say that safety is our top priority, we mean it. That's why every single one of our pre-owned vehicles goes through a 171-point inspection before it ever goes on our lot. And with our Davis Moore 360 guarantee, you can drive forever, worry-free. So let us prove to you that we have the best car care and best customer experience, and why nobody beats a Davis Moore deal. Come by any one of our 5 Davis Moore locations or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 4th, 84th edition of the NBC tournament, powered by Westar. 5, 6, and 7 for the Sultanos. They trail the Twins 3-1. It'll be Sadler, Adelot, and Jackson. Tora out for inning number 4 of work, 42 pitches through 3 innings, so pretty efficient. First pitch swinging by Ray Sadler. He will come up empty, 0-1. Sadler a pop out to the left fielder. He's 0 for 1 and 1 for 8 in the series. He's out in front of that one. Just gets a piece of it, 0-2. Sadler playing left field today. Waco out of the Pro-Am Baseball League in Texas. Looks like Tora's going to run through the signs again. He's satisfied, and that's in the dirt. 1-2 now. Sultanes only hitting .250 as a team in the tournament. 1-2, swung through and missed, and that'll do it for Sadler. So the leadoff man is retired here in the top of the fourth. Strikeout number 5 for Zach Tora. Here is Jack Adelot. 0 for 1 today. He lined out to the right fielder in the second. Takes an off-speed pitch at the knees for a strike. 0 for 6 in the tournament. Started out doing the catching, now at third base. And he's fooled on the pitch, swings through it. And he's behind 0-2. Tora got the Sultanes in order in the third. That was the meat of the order, 2, 3, and 4. That is inside, 1-2. And the 1-2, that is fisted foul. That got in the stands in a hurry. Hopefully everybody's okay. Major League ballparks have made some improvements about some netting above the dugouts. That's not the case here. So if you come down here, you need to pay attention or get behind the screen. Or hire somebody with really good hands to sit beside you while you look at your phone. And the 1-2, that is bounced foul down the right side. 1-2. Matter of fact, I just recommend when you come down here, just put your phone in your pocket and enjoy the baseball. One ball and 2 strikes, top of the fourth. Nobody on, 1 out. That's low and away, 2-2. So a pretty good plate appearance here for Jack Adelot. He's fouled off several. And a couple of good takes. Wind appears to be freshening a little bit out of the north. That is bounced to the third baseman. Smith up with it over to first. And in time. So 2 outs now. Jeremy Jackson. 1 for 1 today with a single. Singled in the second and was stranded. And he fouls the first one back. Strike 1. 3 for 5 in the tournament. So a pretty tough customer. 2 outs, 4 hits for the Sultanes. And that is popped up. And Baxley will give a look. And it'll be in the seats. 0-2 now to Jackson. So Tora with the opportunity to get the Sultanes in order for the second inning in a row. And that is a little excuse me swing. That is fisted foul down the right side. No balls and 2 strikes. Jackson, the center fielder today, hitting 7th. And the pitch. That is low and away, 1-2. Tora only threw 42 pitches, threw 3 complete. And that is fouled back. So a lot of foul balls for the Sultanes. So they're making Tora work for it. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th, nobody on. Game 2 of 4 today. Absolutely stunning day at the ballpark, 81 degrees. If you're in the area, come on out. Do have those $3 Bud Light drafts until 6 o'clock. Don't speed to get here, and don't drink and drive. The 1-2 is popped up. Looks like it'll be Baxley. He lays out, and he's unable to come up with it. Had a long way to go. I think Page may have had a little trouble finding that one right off the bat. Count remains 1-2. Top half of the 4th inning, 3-1 Twins. Tora has, for the most part, settled in after giving up 1 run in the first. That is popped up to right. Renning, he will come in a few steps and haul it in, and that'll do it. So the Sultanes go in order for the 2nd inning in a row. We played 3.5. 3-1 Twins, and we'll be back.
The wait is over. The multi-platinum award-winning duo Sugarland back on tour for the first time in 5 years. Still the same 2018 tour. Saturday, August 18th at Entrust Bank Arena. The undeniable distinctive sound of Sugarland with special guest Frankie Ballard and Lindsay L. Tickets are on sale now at selectaseat.com. Get ready for Sugarland.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th we go. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Twins. They lead it over the Waco Sultanes, 3-1. 5, 6, and 7. Page, Renning, and Craig scheduled. And De Leon out for inning number 4. First pitch swinging. That's fielded by Adalot. That tried to get it on the short hop. We will see how they're going to score it. He comes up clean. He has a shot. So Page is aboard. And here is David Renning. Throw over. Page back in there. Renning 0 for 1 today. Flew out to the shortstop in the first. So 2 for 7 in the tournament. Looks like they're going to give him a hit on that one. Could have gone either way. Adalot feels that cleanly and makes a strong throw. He has a good shot at getting him. But Page runs very well. That's in there for a strike to Renning. That is just out of reach of Torres. That'll get into left field for a base hit. Torres was shading him towards the middle. He is playing his regular position. That's probably a tailor-made double play. So back-to-back base hits, and the Twins have runners at first and second. Torrin Craig now walked in the second, so he remains 2 for 7 in the series. 327 in the Jayhawk, so a pretty good season for him. And the pitch shows bunt and takes a ball wide. Craig out of Queen Creek, Arizona. South Mountain Community College. And a 1-0. That is wide. That's in and out of the glove of Johnson, and everybody will move up on the pass ball. So second and third now. So a couple of wild pitches and a couple of pass balls. Sultanes not taking care of the baseball very well. 2-0 now to Torrin Craig. He can add to this lead with a base hit. Corners are in. That is high. 3-0. Do have a place for him. First base is unoccupied. That is high, and he'll walk him. So they're loaded up with nobody out. So the fifth free pass of the ball game issued by De Leon. Here is Zach Baxley. He walked in the second. He is 0 for 4 in the tournament. This will be a good time for him to blow this thing wide open. The infield is going to come in. And he takes a pitch high, ball one. That's 5 in a row by De Leon. 34 balls and 28 strikes for De Leon. That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now to Baxley. Just picked up for the tournament, doing the catching out of Hutchinson Community College. 1-1. That's in there, a strike at the letters. 1-2. So De Leon ahead in the count. 1-2. Here it is. That's inside. Almost hit him. 2-2. Nobody out. They're loaded. 2 base hits and a walk. That's inside. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Baxley has got the count back to close to being in his favor. 3-2. We'll see who wins it right here. That is bounced to the left side. They will come home with it. And Page is forced out at home. So a pretty good play by Adelot at third. Had to go a little bit to his left. So 1 out. Baxley down to first on the fielder's choice. Here is Zach Smith. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second and was caught stealing. Bases are still loaded. 1 out. And the first pitch to Zach Smith is high. And the 0-1. That's high again. 2 balls to nothing. I'd almost think that Derby might want to take till they got a strike. Double play depth in the middle. They're up even in the corners. That is off his foot. That is strike 1. Smith wears that protective guard on his front left shin. I think that got his foot. Wind blowing in from left at 5-10. 2-1. That misses wide. 2-2. Smith out of Abilene, Texas. Abilene Christian product. And a 3-1. That is lifted to center. Jackson over and in and to his right. He will make the catch. And the throw is into third base. Not in time. So an RBI for Smith. 2 outs on the inning. Renning will score. Didn't seem to be a whole lot of urgency from Jackson. He wasn't far from the cutoff man. I don't know whether his arm was hurting or not, but Craig down to third now. First and third with 2 outs. Top of the order, Noah Bland. High and in, ball 1. Ball was not hit that deep. Not sure why he wasn't coming up throwing to third. There was no play at home, that's for sure. And that misses wide. 2 balls and no strikes to Noah Bland. He is in left field today. Walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. Struck out in the second. So he is 0 for 1. 0 for 5 in the tournament. And that's 3-0. 1 run across now. Derby leads it 4-1. Sultanes have how to hit him. That is off the shin guards. And that'll get away from Johnson. And another run will score. So Craig will score. And that'll be a walk to Bland.
Second baseman number 3, Tyler Mendoza. That was a Wichita Federal Credit Union. Takes on ball.
Baxley now down to second. Here is Tyler Mendoza. Oh for 1 today, bounced out to the left side, and he takes a ball. Close to 80 pitches now for De Leon. Got to wonder how much he's got left in the tank. That is swung on and fouled back, 1-1. So Bland down to first on the walk, and Baxley now down at second. So 2 walks and 2 base hits in the inning. That is high. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mendoza. 3 for 9 in the series. Hit .261 in the Jayhawk League. And the 2-1 is high, 3-1. So De Leon continues to struggle with command. Twins 4th in the Jayhawk League. And a 3-1 swung on and missed. Looked like he might have swung at ball 4. 3-2 now. So a break for De Leon. And we will see if he can cash in. Here's a 3-2. The runners go. And swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Mendoza. The Twins are going to strand a couple, but they're going to get a couple. We have played 4. Twins now lead it 5-1. We'll be right back.
Leonard Skinner, last of the street survivors, farewell tour. Saturday, September 29th in Trust Bank Arena. With special guest, the Marshall Tucker Band, Leonard Skinner, on their final tour ever. Tickets are on sale now at selectaseat.com, the venue box office, or charge by phone. Leonard Skinner, playing in Trust Bank Arena one last time.
Make sure to stop by any Goodwill Quick Trip to pick up your $5 Buck Baseball voucher.
And welcome back. Top of the fifth we go. Derby gets a couple in the bottom of the fourth. They now lead at 5-1 over the Waco Sultanes. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Sultanas. It'll be Hauk, Hetland, and Salazar. Tora out for inning number 5. Just 60 pitches through 4 innings, so he is settled in nicely. And he has got the Sultanos in order last 2 innings. First pitch to Hauk is a fastball. He swung through it, and he's down to count 0-1. Hauk 1 for 1, singled in the second and was stranded. 2 for 5 in the series for the right fielder. And the pitch. That swung on and missed. That was by him in a hurry. 1-2 now. Off-speed pitch. That is just over the head of the pitcher. Craig charging. Gets it on the short hop over to first in time. Good play by Craig at short. And there's one away. Ninth man now, Robbie Hetland. He is 0 for 1, flew out to left field in the second. 1 for 4 in the tournament. He'll step in from the left side. He will have his second look at Tora. First pitch swinging, and that's bounced foul. Tora out of Cuesta Community College. 16 innings of work this past summer. That's a good fastball at the knees on the outside corner. Hetland disagreed. 0-2. When you're around the zone, you get those borderline pitches. And the 0-2. And that's waved at. That's strike 3 on a pitch that was way out of the strike zone. So Hetland is retired. 2 outs now in the inning. So strikeout number 6 for Tora. And it's the top of the order, Cleophas Salazar. He is 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts. And he waves at the first one. And he comes up empty. No balls and a strike. 3 for 9 in the series. And that's high. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Tora trying to get the Sultanos in order for the 3rd time in a row. And the 1-0. That's a fastball on the outside corner. 1-1. Actually 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Must be some sleeping going on down there in the scores table. And a 1-2 in the dirt. Tried to get him to chase something, and that's a good take for Salazar. I don't remember ever a more beautiful day for baseball in the NBC than today. That is swung on and missed, and Salazar goes down swinging for out number 3. And the Sultanos go in order. We've played 4.5. Derby in control. They lead at 5-1. We'll be back.
Never-ending summer featuring 311 and The Offspring. September 9th in Trust Bank Arena. With special guest Gym Class Heroes. Tickets on sale now at selectaseat.com or by phone at 855-755-SEAT. 311 and The Offspring. In concert.
Home half of the fifth we go. Derby in firm control of the ball game. They lead it 5-1. Looks like De Leon out for inning number 5. He will face 3, 4, and 5 of the Twins order. Be Urquidy, Eager, and Page. Here is Michael Urquidy. 1 for 2 today. Doubled and scored in the first. Struck out in the third. First pitch swing, and that is bounced foul down the right side. He's in the hole 0-1. De Leon gave up 2 in the fourth and 3 in the first. Twins were down an order in the third, so there is some possibilities there. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Urquidy out of El Paso. One ball and 1 strike. Off-speed pitch catches the outside corner. Good spot there from De Leon, 1-2. And a 1-2. Fastball that has bounced foul. Urquidy checking with the umpire to see if that might have been in the strike zone. Umpire nodding yes. 1-2. And that's in the dirt. They say he went around. That's blocked by Johnson. He'll pick it up and throw to first. And that is out number 1. Second strikeout of the ball game for Urquidy. That is quite rare. He is 1 for 3. Here is Colton Eager. 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the third. And bounced out to the right side in the first. 2 for 8 in the tournament. He is in the cleanup spot and the designated hitter. 88 pitches for De Leon. First pitch swing, he fouls that one off his foot. He will shake it off. Step back, do a little stretching, muttering to himself. Does not feel well to foul one off your foot. 0-1. And the pitch. That is in the dirt. That hit about 3 feet in front of home plate. Had everybody flinching on that one. 1-1 now to Eager. .333 this past season in the Jayhawk League. One. That is swung on and missed. 1-2. Like the bottom dropped out of that one. That might have been maybe a changeup or a splitter. One and 2, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the fifth. That is going to float high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. That's wide, 3-2. Eager also out of Abilene Christian. And a 3-2. Bounce back to the pitcher, De Leon. He will flip to first. And that'll be out number 2. Well, the first 2 guys in the Twins lineup here in the fifth are retired. That'll bring up Marcus Page. Singled and was thrown out at home plate in a force play in the fourth. That pitch is wide, ball 1. Popped up to the shortstop in the first. 3 for 8 in the series. That's going to be off the glove of De Leon. Slow it down well enough for Salazar. He will pick it up, and that'll be out number 3. So the Twins go in order for the second time today. We have played 5. Twins lead it 5-1, and we'll be back.
Why'd you come
And we go to the 6th, 2, 3, and 4 for the Sultanos. They need to get to work. They trail the Derby Twins 5-1. 2, 3, and 4 for the Sultanos. Toros, Dietrich, and Johnson scheduled. Here is Ruben Torres. And he takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Toros 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch in the first and scored. So that's been the only run of the ball game for the Sultanos. That is fisted foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. Toros 3 for 10 in the series. And that is wide, 2 balls and a strike. Zach Tora out for inning number 6. I had him at 72 pitches through 5, so he is settled in nicely. I say that, and he goes 3-1. 3 balls and a strike now to Ruben Torres. Shortstop today. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. 3-2. Good fastball there from Tora at 84. Torres out of Waco. And a 3-2 is fouled back. Count remains 3-2. Top of the 6th. Nobody out, nobody on. 5-1 Twins. And a 3-2 inside, almost hit him. And that'll be a leadoff walk to Torres.
Base on balls. Brings up the first baseman number 5, Landon Dietrich.
This will bring up Dietrich. 0 for 2 today, a couple of strikeouts. So that will make him 3 for 10 in the tournament. First baseman today, tall drink of water. And he fisted that one to the second baseman. And second baseman having trouble coming up with it. That's Mendoza. Ball was hit pretty softly. That would have been tough to turn. But Dietrich is retired.
Catcher number 10, B.J. Johnson.
So 1 out. Torres down to second. Here is B.J. Johnson. Tough out today. He's 2 for 2. Johnson doing the catching now. Him and Adelot switched places. Adelot was struggling back there, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Runner at second base, that'll be Torres. He reached on the walk. He let it off and tried to check his swing. Umpire said he did not go. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 is wide. 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out, runner at second base. Game 2 of 4 today. Denver Cougars wins a close one over the 3-1-6 Elite, 2-1 in our opening game today. And that missed inside. 3-1 now to B.J. Johnson. So the walk to Torres was the first walk given up by Zach Tora. That hit him. So a walk and a hit by pitch, and it's first and second.
That's another Wichita Federal Credit Union baseball ball.
So Johnson will be going down to first base after taking one in the ribs. He will walk that one off.
Now, the left fielder number 16, Ray Settler.
So the left fielder, Ray Sadler, now 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the 4th. Flew out to left in the first. Looks like Johnson is going to be all right. He's back in there. And the first pitch swung on and missed. Sadler had a good hack at it. Sadler 1 for 9 in the tournament. Sadler out of Waco. And the pitch. That is on the outside corner for a strike. Good fastball at 85 from Tora. Pretty good location. Sadler down in the count 0-2. Runners at first and second. And 1 out. Wind appears to be picking up a little out of the north. And he waves at that one. That was ball 1. But he will take a seat for out number 2. Second strikeout of the ball game for Sadler. So 2 outs. Here is the third baseman, Jack Adelot. 0 for 2 today. Started out catching. First and second. And it's high and away. Ball 1. 16 strikes and 28 balls for Zach Tora. So pretty good ratio there. Coming up on 90 pitches. That is swung through and missed. So Adelot had a pretty healthy cut at that one. One. That is high and away. 2 balls and a strike. Adelot hitless in the series. Well, he's still looking for his first base hit. And the pitch. That's in there for a call strike. Just painted the inside corner. 2-2. That would have probably resulted in nothing but broken lumber. So pretty good pitch from Tora. And the count is 2-2. That is popped up. Page, the first baseman, will wander over into foul ground and make the play over his shoulder. Good play over there by Page. And we have played 5.5. Sultanes, we're going to leave 2. And it's 5-1 Twins. We'll be back. Welcome back. Home half of the 6th we go. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Twins. Renning, Craig, and Baxley scheduled. De Leon out for inning number 6 of work. And the first pitch to Renning is low, ball 1. Renning 1 for 2 today and a run scored. 3 for 8 in the tournament. And the 1-0. That is low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. I got De Leon at 97 pitches. And That's swung on and missed. 2-1. Still no action in the Sultanes bullpen. There is some action in the Derby bullpen. That is smoked to left field. So Renning will have a base hit. Sadler over and up with it quickly. And Renning is aboard. 2 for 3 now for Renning. Here is Torrin Craig. Could say he got that one on the screws. Craig walked both times and scored in the fourth. And that's backhanded. Throw down to second. Not in time. Looks like kind of a... Actually, that was a secondary lead, I think, that got away from Renning. He thought that was going to get away from Johnson. He backhands it and throws down. Almost gets him. So a stolen base for Renning. And 1-0 now to Craig. Two balls and no strikes. 56 balls and 46 strikes for De Leon. And a 2-0. That is low. 3 balls and no strikes. Still no action in the Sultanes bullpen. Wondering if they got anybody left. Five pitchers listed on the roster. That is low. And Craig will take first base on a base on balls. First and second. Here comes the catcher, Zach Baxley. Hutchinson Community College, local guy here from Wichita. 0 for 1 today, 0 for 5 for the tournament. Walked in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. And he takes high, ball 1. Got to wonder if De Leon is completely out of gas. And the 1-0. That's inside. So Johnson out to talk to him. 2 balls and no strikes. Not sure what he's going to tell him. Mulvane and the Northwest Arizona Boom will play next. Steve Strain will have it for you. And in the late game, San Antonio will take on the Liberal BJs. So 2 more ball games after this. Still plenty of time to get in and get down here. And a 2-0. That is a little flare to the shortstop. That's a good play by Torres. He caught it and flipped to the second baseman, trying to double off Renning. Not in time. So pretty good play there for Torres. 1 out. Here is the 9-hole man, Zach Smith. 0 for 2, was credited with an RBI, flew out in the fourth, drove in a run, and reached on a fielder's choice and was caught stealing in the second. And he takes a pitch high and in. Ball 1. Pitch 108 for De Leon. And the 1-0, that is high. Smith hit .301 in the Jayhawk League. That is low. 3 balls and no strikes. 4 for 9 in the tournament. So a pretty good tournament for him. And here's the 3-0. That's low and away. And he walking. Second base on balls issued this inning. And they're loaded. Top of the order. Here's Noah Bland. Just one out in the inning. And he takes a pitch low. Baxi popped out to the shortstop. Renning led it off with a base hit, followed by Craig with a walk, and then Smith with another walk. That is right down the middle. And that's strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Third and first baseman up even. Double play depth in the middle. Straight away and deep in the outfield. 2 balls and a strike. Bland out of Oberlin, Ohio. And that's 3-1. So De Leon at risk of walking one in right here. 3-1. Do you let Bland look for a spot, or do you put the take on? We'll see. And that's high. And they'll walk one in. So Renning will score. Craig down to third. Smith to second. And Bland down to first base with a base on balls. So it looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound and a change. Looks like Robbie Hetland is getting loose in the bullpen. I believe that's Robbie Hetland, number 20, out of Waco. Thought he made the gesture to get somebody new, but maybe not. One run across, 6-0 Derby. Kind of a long consultation out on the mound. Looks like no changes are going to be made. Remember, it's $5 baseball all week long. You can get those vouchers at Quick Trip. And Goodwill. Second baseman Tyler Mendoza now with the bases loaded. 1 run across, 6-1 Derby. And the pitch is high. Ball 1. So 2 walks in the inning. Actually 3 walks and a base hit. 1 ball and no strikes. Off-speed pitch, that's in there. 4 call strike. 1-1. Mendoza 0 for 2. Walked in the first, stole a base, and scored. 3 for 10 in the series. That's inside. That's going to bounce away from Johnson, but that'll be up the third base line, not far enough for Craig to score. He would have ran right into a tag. Not a bad crowd here tonight on a Tuesday. It's 2 for Tuesday. Get you a hot dog and a Pepsi for $2. And a 2-1. That's high. 3-1. There, straight away for Mendoza. Very deep in left field. That is bounced foul. Sadler playing about 10 feet off the track. Twins out of the Jayhawk Collegiate League. They were 4th this year. 19 and 17. And a 3-2. That is in there for a call strike. And that'll do it for Mendoza. So that's Mendoza's second strikeout of the ball game. Here is Michael Urquidy. 1 for 3 today, doubled and scored in the first. Been quiet ever since. Couple of strikeouts, very uncharacteristic. Five for 12 in the series. Off-speed pitch, floats outside, ball 1. 3:30 in the Jayhawk League. Out of San Angelo and El Paso. And the 1-0. That is swung on and missed. A good hack from Urquidy. And it's even 1-1. Derby 1-1 in the tournament. On the 27th, they beat the Northwest Arizona Boom. And that's high. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are loaded. De Leon trying to get out of it with minimal damage. That is high and away. 3 balls and a strike. Urquidy with good power. And the 3-1. That is swung on and bounced foul. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody will be off with the pitch. Pitch number 126 coming. That's inside. And Urquidy will walk. So Craig will score. And Smith down to third. And Bland down to second. Urquidy at first base with the walk. So that's 4 walks in the inning issued by De Leon. Pitch 126 coming. Here's Colton Eager. 7-1 now, Derby. That's in the dirt. Got to wonder if the Sultanes just trying to get out of town early. Looks like that's going to be it for De Leon. Manager out of the dugout. He has made the motion to the bullpen. We will have a change. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 2 runs across. Derby has gotten 3 in the first. 2 in the 4th, now 2 here in the 6th. They lead at 7-1. So that'll be all for De Leon. So it looks like about 129 pitches for him. That's an average start for Nolan Ryan. Looks like they're going to go with a right-hander. That'll be Robbie Hetland. 5'9". Excuse me, he is 6'2", 185-pounder.
It's a fast now pitching for Waco, Texas, number 20. Bryce Wilkie out on the mound for Los Sultanes.
Actually, that is not the right number. That is not Hetland. This will be Bryce Wilkie. I guess we just put on any jersey we want every morning, but he will be out of Troy, Texas. 6'4", 230, right-hander. Well, this will be Wilkie. He will take over for De Leon. So a little Sweet Caroline here at the ballpark. We need all the mojo we can get at this point. 2 more games to follow, Mulvane and Northwest Arizona Boom. Steve Strain will have it for you. He is next door getting ready, checking his numbers. Hopefully he's got a better roster than I do. And Wilkie will come in. He's out of Troy, Texas. He will come on to face a bases-loaded mess. He will face the designated hitter, the cleanup guy, Colton Eager. So Johnson out to get the sign straight. 7-1 Derby. 2 across so far. Bases are loaded. Derby threatening. So Wilkie completes his cleanup or his warm-up tosses. Here is Colton Eager. Hitless today, 0 for 3, 2 for 9 in the series. Here's the first pitch from Wilkie. That is outside, ball 1. Actually, that is ball 2. Looks like we must have had a penalty. 2 balls and no strikes. That is swung on and missed. Strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Eager hasn't looked comfortable at the plate all day. A .333 hitter in the Jayhawk League. And a 2-1. That swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smith over at third. That'll be Bland at second and Urquidy at second base. 2 runs across. Wilkie in for De Leon. And a 2-2. Swung on and missed. And that'll do it. So about 3 kind of half swings for Eager. Played 6. Derby gets a couple. They leave them loaded, though. 7-1 Derby. We'll be right back.
Guess how much I got this seat for? Only $5. Yes, $5 because of our $5 baseball nights. And our $5 baseball starts Sunday, July 29th and goes till Thursday, August 2nd. And then we will have our final $5 baseball night on Tuesday, August 7th. So make sure to go pick up your $5 baseball vouchers at Goodwill and Quick Trip in the Wichita area.
Pitching for Derby, number 23, Jesse Smith. Smith now on the mound for the Twins.
Welcome back, top of the 7th. We go new arm for the Twins. Zach Toro will be lifted. He goes 6 innings, gives up 1 run on 4 hits, and struck out 8. So stands to win it if things remain the same. Good outing for Zach Toro. So Jesse Schmidt will take over, a right-hander out of Queen Creek, Arizona, Utah Valley State. 26 1/3 innings of work in 12 games this last summer. 21 hits. Struck out 31 and walked 8 at a 0.68 ERA. So he will face 7, 8, and 9 of the Sultanes. Jackson, Houck, and Hetland scheduled. And Jackson swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jackson 1 for 2 today. 3 for 6 in the tournament. And swung on and missed. Strike 2. Sultanes running out of time. They trail the Twins 7-1. Top of the 7th. And the 1-2. And it swung on and missed. Good change of pace there from Schmidt. And that'll be out number 1. Matt Houck now. Houck 1 for 2 today. 2 for 6 in the tournament. Bounced out to the left side in the 5th. Singled in the 2nd. His first look at Schmidt. And that is into right center for a base hit. So Houck around first. It'll roll all the way to the wall. He is around second now. And here is the relay. It is wide. And that'll be a leadoff triple there for Houck. So a good day for him. He is 2 for 3. So Schmidt gives up a triple here in the 7th. So this will be Wilkie, and he is hitting for Hetland. Doing the pitching today. So he will hit here in the 7th, swings through the first one. 4 strike 1. That is in the dirt, and that gets away from Baxley, and a run will score. So a little sloppy for the Twins. They give up a run here in the top of the 7th. 7-2 now, Twins. So Wilkie in the pitch. He took over for John DeLeon. That is low. 2 balls and a strike. Five hits for the Sultanes. They have out-hit the Twins. That is bounced foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wilkie. Wilkie out of Troy, Texas. That is bounced to the left side, foul. Smith came up with it, barehanded it over to first, and it would have been in time had it not been foul. Count remains 2-2 to the pitcher. Schmidt has been very stingy in the run department. He's only given up 6 all year long. That is sprayed foul. Almost got the on-deck batter. That would have been Salazar. I don't think that Wilkie could have been any more behind that pitch. And a 2-2. That's a good fastball to the outside corner at 86. And Wilkie will watch it. So the second strikeout of the inning for Schmidt. And it's 2 away.
I believe the second baseman, number 2, Salazar.
Cleophas Salazar now, the leadoff guy. He is 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. 3 for 10 in the tournament. And the 1 ball and no strikes. That is fastball, catches the outside corner, 1-1. Smitch, 6'3", 185. That is in there for a strike. 1-2 now. 1 run across. Houck tripled with 1 out and came in on the wild pitch. 2-2 now to Salazar. And here it is. That is wide. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Not close enough to get Salazar to take a hack at it. Jesse Smith in for Zach Tora. And that is bounced to the left side. A high hopper for Smith. He will come in, throw it across. Good strong throw. And we'll get Salazar by a half a step. So that'll do it for the Sultanas. We have played 6.5. They get 1, but Derby still leads at 7-2. We'll be right back.
The city's not just built. It's grown to the needs of people. You make the infrastructure, the muscle, bone, and circulation, so natural to the body of the city that you almost forget they're even there.
Hey, make it out every Friday of the NBC World Series this year. All college students will get free admission into the NBC World Series and will be offering $3 16-ounce Natty Light cans.
out, gang.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, ain't much an old country boy like me can't have. It's early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family, working on the farm.
Welcome back, home half of the 7th. 7-2 Derby. Wilkie out for inning number 2. He took over for De Leon, coming in to pitch to one batter with the bases loaded and got the strikeout. So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Twins. Page Renning and Craig scheduled. And the first pitch from Wilkie, and he'll wear that one. So Page will take that one off the backside, and he will go to first base. David Renning now. 2 for 3, a couple of runs scored, and a stolen base. So a good day for David Renning. Page over at first, and that's a ball low. Renning 4 for 7 in the tournament. That is blistered through the left side for a base hit. So the third hit of the ball game for Renning. He is aboard first and second.
And that is Renning's third hit of the game. Brings up the shortstop, number 20, Torrey Craig.
Torrin Craig now, 3 walks on the day, a couple of runs scored. 2 for 7 in the series, and 327 in the Jayhawk League, so very good numbers. Shortstop today, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Pretty good pitch there from Wilkie. Wilkie takes over for De Leon, who threw approximately 129 pitches. And the 0-1. Off-speed pitch floats in there for a strike. Craig in the hole, 0-2. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. Page led it off, taking one off the backside, followed by Renning, who blistered it through the left side. And it's first and second. That is inside. Good take there by Torrin Craig. 84 degrees here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Very pleasant here today. 1-2. That is fouled back. So a good hack from Torrin Craig. Looked to be on time. And got under it. 5 hits for the Sultanas. And 5 hits for the Twins. 1-2. Here it is. Off-speed pitch. Boy, swung through it. And that'll do it for Craig. So 1 out. Here is the catcher, Zach Baxley. Lined out to the shortstop last time up. He's 0 for 3. Actually 0 for 2. Walked in the second. 0 for 6 in the series. Hutchinson Community College. Local guy here from Wichita. And that's inside. Almost hit him. Sultanes just trying to get to the end of the ball game and stretch the arms as far as they possibly can. 1 ball and no strikes. First and second. 1 out. That is popped up. That'll be the infield fly rule. It's like the catcher. That'll be Johnson. He'll make a nice basket catch out in front of the mound for out number 2.
Coming in the third baseman, number 4, Zach Smith.
9-hole man, Zach Smith. Walked last time. He is 0 for 2. 4 for 9 in the tournament. And 301 in the Jayhawk League. First pitch to him. That is in the dirt. Ball 1. Wilkie, very much a finesse pitcher. Definitely has Derby out on their front foot at times. De Leon a little quicker to the plate, so there were some adjustments to be made. That is in there for a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. No activity in the Sultanas bullpen. There's some activity in the Derby bullpen. Caleb Honey getting loose. And the 1-1. That is just foul. Just missed a double and a couple of RBIs by a few inches. So just foul. It was foul, but not by much. So 1-2 now to Zach Smith. Bland down at second base. Urquidy. Excuse me. That is Page down at second. Renning over at first base. That is fouled to the right side. Out of play. That's why I wear the cheaters, to make sure I'm on the right line. And it didn't help that time. 1-2 now to Zach Smith. And that is going to be a foul ball. They're saying that Smith is saying that it hit his forearm. The umpire is saying it hit the knob. It sounded pretty solid to me from where I'm sitting. But Smith looking at his elbow, they may be saying he didn't make much of an effort to get out of the way with it. 1-2. Derby fans disagree. And Wilkie's going to step off and start over. And the 1-2. That is foul straight back, so a good at bat for Zach Smith. Not sure whether Smith has one of those elbow guards on, but a lot of players do wear them. I don't think he has one. So 1-2. That is fisted foul. Oh, so close. Almost in our booth. 1-2. Still waiting patiently on that souvenir. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wilkie trying to get out of it without any further damage. Wind continues to blow in from left field. And that's high. 2-2. Actually, that's 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. So everybody will be off with the pitch. And a 3-2. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Smith. And that's out number 3. Second strikeout of the inning and third of the ball game for Wilkie. We've played 7. Derby lead at 7-2. We'll be right back.
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road, endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you guys there. I was just checking out the NBC World Series' new app. You can find this app at the App Store. All you need to do is type in NBCWS to be caught up on all things NBC World Series.
NBC World Series, it all happens here.
Welcome back. Top of the 8th we go. Sultanes running out of time. They trail the Twins 7-2. New arm for the Twins. Caleb Honea will take over. Right-hander out of Northwestern Oklahoma State. He'll be a junior. Always good to see a fellow Ranger. 6 foot, 195-pounder out of Queen Creek, Arizona. He will take over here in the 8th. First pitch, swinging, that is Ruben Torres. Over near the line is Renning. He will haul it in for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Here is Landon Diedrich. 0 for 3 today. Numbers on Honea. 22 2/3 innings of work this summer, all relief. Give up 19 hits and 10 runs. First pitch to Diedrich is a ball. 22 strikeouts, only 4 walks. It's 2-1 on the season. That's in there for a strike and a 3.97 ERA. He will be headed back to Alva, Oklahoma in the fall. That is popped up right side. Looks like the second baseman, Mendoza, will finally haul it in. Looked like there was some discussion between him and Page as to who was going to take that. Mendoza gloves it at the last second for out number 2. So 2 outs now. Here is B.J. Johnson. 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch. So a good day for him. 3 for 5 in the tournament. And he takes a ball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs, top of the 8th. And that's in there, a strike at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hits are even. Score is not. That is bounced to the left side. Craig will get it on the room service hop plus a mint and will throw him out. So the Sultanes go in order in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 7-2 Derby. We'll be right back.
If we really put everything in our name that we do, it would look like this. Professional mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, telecommunications, civil, transportation, aviation, water, wastewater, energy, land development, planning, field services, survey, geotechnical, materials testing, inspection, 3D scan, air and water balance, engineering consultants.
The wait is over. The multi-platinum award-winning duo Sugarland back on tour for the first time in 5 years. Still the same 2018 tour. Saturday, August 18th at Entrust Bank Arena. The undeniable distinctive sound of Sugarland with special guest Frankie Ballard and Lindsay L. Tickets are on sale now at selectaseat.com. Get ready for Sugarland.
Attention fans, now pitching for Waco will be number 5, Landon Dietrich. And number 20, Bryce Wilkie will now be playing first base. Bottom half the 8th inning for Derby.
Bottom of 8 we go, 7-2 Derby. They are in firm control. New pitcher on the mound for the Sultanes. Looks like Dietrich will move over from first base and pitch the 8th. So Wilkie now over at first. Top of the order, it'll be Bland, Mendoza, and Urquidy. And the first pitch to Noah Bland is inside, ball 1. 3 walks and a strikeout for Bland today. He's 0 for 1, 0 for 5 in the tournament, and he takes a strike. Goodyear in the Jayhawk League, hit .320. Having a fantastic day defensively out in left field. Couple of diving catches. That is in there for a strike. 1 and 2. Mulvane and Northwest Arizona will be up next, 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And the 1-2 is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Steve Strain will have it for you. He is next door getting prepared. I think that's what he's doing. 2-2, bounced foul. So De Leon went 5 2/3. Wilkie came in, went 1 1/3. Now Dietrich will pitch the 8th. That is popped up right side. Wilkie will get a chance over in foul ground and in and out of his glove. So new life for Noah Bland. A lot of room here in foul ground at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. A lot of room to cover. And one of the things the players will tell you when you're going after a foul ball like that, you're running downhill. It's has a noticeable tilt for drainage. And a 2-2. That is to the second baseman, off his glove and into center field. So Salazar tried to backhand it. We'll see how they score it. That would have been a tough play as Bland runs very well. So they're going to score a base hit, and very much agreeable. He is at first base. And here's Tyler Mendoza. Nobody out in the inning. And we're in the bottom of the 8th. Shows bunt, gets it down the third base line. Adelot over to first, and just gets Mendoza by an eyelash. So a good play over there by Adelot for out number 1. Mendoza does the job. And he'll record a sacrifice. Bland down to second. 1 out. Here's Urquidy. 1 for 3 today, a couple strikeouts and a walk. First pitch is taken high and away. Ball 1. Five for 12 in the series. And the 1-0. That is low. Just missed. 2-0. So Dietrich trying to get through the 8th without any further damage. Leadoff man is aboard with a base hit. And he's down to second on the sacrifice, so that would be Bland. That is popped up. Looks like the shortstop Torres making the call and the play just near the cutout for the outfield. So 2 outs now in the inning.
Designated hitter number 15, Colton Eager.
Here's the cleanup man, Colton Eager, designated hitter. Couple of strikeouts today and a couple of groundouts, so he is 0 for 4 and 2 for 10 in the series. Struck out with the bases loaded in the 6th. He will try to get healthy, and they try to pick him off at second base. It gets away into center field. Salazar backing it up. So Diedrich trying to get a pickoff at second base. Bland back in there. And that is an off-speed pitch. Catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Third pitcher of the ball game for the Sultanas. De Leon started it, then Wilkie, and now Diedrich. And that is sprayed foul into the seats. Wow, that got in there in a hurry. Pay attention, folks. Eager down an account now, 0-2. Rough day at the plate for him. Not his usual production. And a 0-2. That is wide. One ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bland down at second base. He led it off with a base hit and was sacrificed by Mendoza. Ukiti popped up, and you're up to date. And the 1-2. That is fouled back, and that got a piece of Johnson. Umpire checking on him, see if he's still alive. Looks to be okay. Catchers are tough customers back there. Ask a lot of them. 1-2. And the pitch. Runner goes. That is sprayed foul down the left side. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Colton Eager. Hit .333 in the Jayhawk League. That is wide. 2-2 now. Diedrich trying to throw up a 0 here in the 8th. And the 2-2. That's high and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Two more games to follow. Mulvane and Northwest Arizona will play. Then San Antonio and Liberal will play in the late game. Off-speed pitch, high and away, and that'll be a walk.
That's a Wichita Federal credit union base on ball. Brings up the first baseman, number 12.
First and second now with 2 outs. Here is Marcus Page. He's hit by a pitch in the 7th. 1 for 3 today. Singled in the 4th. And he takes a pitch inside, ball 1. So command has been an issue for Dietrich. Ten balls and 11 strikes. Runners at first and second. And that's outside. Two and 0 now to the first baseman, Marcus Page. Oh, that's going to hit him. And looks like a balk was called. So Page down to first base. Second hit by pitch of the ball game for him. So the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. David Renning, 3 for 4 today, a couple of runs scored and a stolen base. So tough out today for David. He will. First pitch swing popped up to center. Jackson coming hard and will make the play. He was played really deep. Wind held that one up a little bit, but that'll do it. So we have played 8. The Twins are going to leave them loaded. Twins 7 and Sultanas 2. We'll be right back for the 9th.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
Attention fans, now pitching for Derby will be number 4, Zach Smith. Now playing third base will be number 12, Marcus Page. Moving over to first base is number 5, Zach Baxley. And now catching for Derby will be number 10, Gil Scott Pace.
Welcome back. Top of the 9th we go. Last chance for the Sultanos. They trail the Twins 7-2. New pitcher for the Twins. Looks like Zach Smith will take over. Out of Abilene, Texas. And Abilene Christian, 5'10", 175-pounder.
For Waco, Texas, number 16.
And the first pitch to Ray Sadler. That is inside, ball 1. 9 2/3 innings of work for Smith, and that is batted foul. Smith will face 5, 6, and 7 of the Sultanos order. It'll be Sadler, Adelot, and Jackson. 9 2/3 innings of work, 7 games for Zach Smith. Gave up 12 hits and 5 runs. That is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 10 strikeouts and a walk. No record and 4.65 ERA. That is swung on and in the dirt. Sadler 0 for 3 today. So he is 1 for 10 for the tournament. Struck out the last 2 times up, and that'll be the case this time. That'll be Pace. He is the new catcher. He is up with it down to first in time. And 1 out. Marcus Page over at third. Baxley now over at first. Here is Jack Adelot. 0 for 3 today. At third base, started out as catcher. First pitch swinging down the right field line. Foul. Just fouled by about 10 feet. Didn't miss a double by much. Adelot out of Waco. And that is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that is a broken bat grounder to the right side. And Mendoza up with it. And they'll take care of Adelot. So 2 outs. And the Sultanes down to their final out. Here is Jeremy Jackson. Strikeout victim in the 7th. 1 for 3 today. So 3 for 7 in the tournament. And he takes the pitch inside. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 now. And that's wide. 2 balls and a strike to Jeremy Jackson. And the pitch, that's high. 3-1 now. And that is low, ball 4. So Jackson draws a 2-out walk. Sultanes still alive. This will be Matt Houck. Tripled and scored in the 7th. Tough out today, 2 for 3. Retired 1 time in the 5th. A bounce out to the left side. And he takes inside, ball 1. Houck out of Robinson, Texas. 6'3", 190. That is fouled back. He might be 190 holding a cinder block, I'm not sure. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs. 7-2 Derby. That is popped to left. Bland in his tracks. Has a beat on it and will haul it in. 4 out number 3, and that's your ball game. Here are your totals. Twins over the Sultanes, 7-2. For the Sultanes, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors. The Twins, 7 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The win will go to Zach Torra, and the loss will go to De Leon. The Sultanes will go to 0-3 in the tournament. Derby, 2-1. Next game will be Mulvane and Northwest Arizona. Steve Strain will have it for you. For Chris, I'm Todd saying so long for now. We will talk to you later.